Hey, 2.4 is coming very soon. We're going to be talking about that in this video. The Kree rework, Ultimus 7 raids, talking about Minn-Erva, Captain Marvel, bunch of stuff, some Datamines as well. So let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hey, what's up all you Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. And yes, we have a maintenance in the game coming up in a couple hours. Most likely update 2.4. I say most likely because we have had updates in the past and it has not been the update. But I'm thinking that this will be the update. Captain Marvel movie is coming out in a little over 2 weeks now, so probably lining up there. My original prediction was for next week, so this week right around where I'm thinking that it should fall. So we're going to be talking about that update, what we can expect, the Kree, Ultimus 7. Not a big fan of that, but we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff in that update, looking at some Datamines as well. Before we get into that, I do want to thank each and every one of you that left a comment on the last video I did. It really meant a lot to me. Wasn't sure how that video would be received, and thank you guys. So let's get into the video. Before we do that, I do want to remind you guys that I'm playing on BlueStacks. There's a link in the description down below. There's also a Patreon if you guys want to support the channel that way. But let's get into this update info that we got a few days ago. All right, so this is a dev blog about an update coming soon. First thing they talk about here is Minn-Erva, and she is a cosmic villain healer. Her updates long coming to Ronin. Now, this was speculated a while ago. Basically, looked at the Wikipedia page, and she's pretty much the only one not in the game that is a Kree. So, Minn-Erva is coming to the game. Now, this is interesting the way this is worded. Makes the Kree a force to be recommended in both PvP modes, which is Blitz and Arena. Now, this definitely looks like it'll be a very fun Blitz team, be able to conquer your tier 8.3 battles. Good stuff there. The other PvP mode though, Arena. Is this character gonna be strong enough? Minn-Erva, is she strong enough to be a to make the Kree into a very viable Arena team? My guess would be no. Now, we haven't seen their full kits, we haven't seen their full stats. Maybe there's something surprising when the actual wording is released. Maybe there's something insane going on with the stats. But my initial impressions of no, this should not be an Arena team. But it's interesting that they mentioned this here. We'll have to wait to see what their full kits look like before we get into if they're good for Arena or not. But I don't know, the Nick Fury and the Shield has been the meta for a long time. Ever since they came out, they have been the meta team in the game. Nothing has really surpassed them. Not the Defenders rework, not the Brotherhood. Although the Brotherhood can beat them when you're using them on offense. They don't really hold up too well on defense. Spider-Verse, not really released in full. Green Goblin's still a little hard. Carnage is still a little hard to farm for people. So not really a full 7-star team that most people can have. Although some people just spend a bunch of money and have them already. But Shield has dominated the meta for a while. Will the Kree overtake them? I don't know, but it definitely does seem time for a meta shift because it's kind of boring working with just Nick Fury and the Shield. All right, Captain Marvel coming to the game, not coming right after the update is released, but coming during the update. A lot of speculation. How will this be released? Will she be a legendary character? If she is, how will she be released? I don't know. Maybe they'll have the Kree required. Maybe they'll be real nice and double up on Nick Fury being unlocked with the Kree, same as Captain Marvel. I'm not sure. Maybe a raid character. Maybe another event after this Minn-Erva event ends. We'll have to see. But my leaning is towards an event because I'm not sure what they could use to unlock her with a legendary character. The only ones we haven't really used are the Hydra and AIM minions, and I don't know if they want to do that. They said they wouldn't, but that doesn't mean too much. All right, now this is the least exciting part of this update notes for me, and this is the Ultimus 7 raids coming soon. It's designed to provide a new challenge for even the most seasoned raiders who have conquered Ultimus 6. Now, I know a lot of people like the raids. For me personally, it is my least favorite game mode. It's just not fun, especially with these trait-based nodes where you can't really bring in the team that you want, and then just getting smashed, getting your best team, getting your Fury Shield team smashed by the AI and all their red stars. Not fun. Takes a lot of time as well. You can't really just auto this. You gotta actually spend time doing these battles. And how many battles are you doing? 5, maybe 10 of these, taking 3 to 5 minutes each. It's a long time to play these raids, and you got 2 of these going simultaneously. This is just not a fun game mode for myself. I still like Blitz, even though it does take a lot of time to play, but it is still my favorite game mode. They need to reduce the cooldowns on this, though, because it's just insane. All right, Star-Lord and the Guardians of the Galaxy, that should be coming soon. Kind of switched up the schedule. It was supposed to be Nick Fury coming next if they held true to their past rotation. They switched it up. Star-Lord is coming next. Coming soon. Payday, we just had that a few days ago. An Alliance Wars update. Now, a sponsored video said that it is coming during this update. Personally, I hope that is later rather than sooner. The more they push back this, the more external playtesting they do, the more feedback they get, and the more changes they can make on this, the better, in my opinion. So I hope they push this back. But it's looking to be a very fun game mode. But as I've said for a long time now, my main concern with Alliance Wars is the time. So hopefully they do something to solve the time, either reducing some time that Blitz takes or reducing the time that these raids takes. Doesn't look like they're going that direction, though. Looks like these raids are going to be way more time consuming because of this Ultimus 7 coming out. I've said before that I've liked every single blog post I've seen this year. This is the first one that I'm not really liking, mainly because this raid updates and this Alliance Wars. I'm really not sure what's going to happen. They put a lot of resources into building this up, and we'll have to see what the reception to this is, if this is a good game mode or a not good game mode. But again, the main concern for me is time. All right, let's move on. All right, so we are on Discord now. And this is a data mine from earlier last week, talking about the maintenance that's happening. This turned out to be true. This is actually in-game right now. We'll actually see if they push this back. They have pushed back one maintenance before, but I'm thinking this one will go through. It looks like they have had a lot of prep time for this, and hopefully it is the actual update and the rework for the Kree. Kind of a little bonus for all those people like myself that farmed these Kree, got nothing really in return except for that Fury team. So now you could actually have a couple teams that you could use because of the farming there. This was a recruiting miles coming to the premium orbs, basic orbs, mega orbs. Well, they also said that versions of this was added for Venom, Mystique, War Machine, Carnage, Green Goblin, Mantis, and Pyro. Now, Pyro is the one that we got on Friday, so looks like these characters are all coming to premium orbs at some point. No date on any of these, but it looks like they do all have plans to be coming to the orbs at one time or another. Minn-Erva coming. And according to the data mine, looking like this event is starting on February 25th. So not this week, next week. Hopefully it's sooner than later. Hopefully they change the date. Hopefully it's Thursday or Friday. If not, Monday is when it's looking like, at least according to this data mine. Now, this is the most interesting part. We got the kit for Minn-Erva in a sponsored video. I talked about that on Mobile Gamer / OMG's channel on Friday. Did want to touch on it a little bit more today because I didn't really get too in-depth in that video. All right, so Minn-Erva, her kit. Attack that also applies regen to the lowest health ally and applies bleeds. I think this is a good basic. Nothing to write home about. Nothing like super awesome, but it's a basic. Heals, sort of. The regen, it's not a heal right away. It applies bleed, so it's okay. Special. Now this one, depending on the exact wording and her stats, could be very, very strong. Heals ally with lowest health. Doesn't say, is not mentioned how much this heal is for. Could be very strong, could be very weak. Revives a dead ally. So again, not too much on the wording of this. This could be a percentage. So something like Shield Medic, where it's a % chance that you could revive a dead ally. Could be 100% chance like Doctor Strange. But what I do like about this is it applies death proof to a revived ally. Something that neither of those have. so that if you revive someone, get lucky enough to have that happen with medic, or you revive someone to shield, they're very vulnerable immediately. So this death proof does help them. Her ultimate looks very, very strong. And again, it depends how much she drains, because this is based on drain. Enemy drain is redistributed to allies. So you're taking health off the enemies. And obviously in raids, it's going to be very good because you can have multiple enemies, which means there's a lot of health coming to you. Not as valuable in Blitz, where there's only 5 enemies. Same thing for Arena, only 5 enemies. So not as valuable there because you're not draining as much from the enemy team. It applies regen to the allies. It's the health that you drain is redistributed, and it avoids heal blocks. Applies bleeds. No, Kree gets deflex, and they apply bleeds with this. So strong skill, and not just a healer, but also dealing damage, applying bleeds. So good stuff there. Getting deflex, so helping them. This is a very strong skill, and depending on the wording and the exact numbers of this, this could be a game changer. And when an ally dies, add speed to all allies. On kill, heal the lowest health allies. So just a lot of healing. This is kind of what Night Nurse used to be in the raids. It's kind of fallen off a little bit, but looking very strong. All right, more important question. Who are you going to use? Now, it's kind of tough to say at this point because we don't know their full kits, but Ronan, I think you definitely want them in there. He looks like the leader of all these Kree minions. Minn-Erva, for the raids at least, looks like the character that you want to keep in there. I'm going to pick Royal Guard because he's the only tank. You may not need a tank depending on how all these skills are worded, but I'm going to put Royal Guard in there right now. I like his defense up to all the Kree allies. If I remember off the top of my head correctly, it is a 3-turn cooldown. So I'm sure you guys will correct me in the comments down below if it's not. But I think it's a 3-turn cooldown, which means that every 3rd turn they're getting defense up. Very, very good skill, getting some energy, getting some heal, and looking like a good character, like someone you want. So that leaves 3 spots left. Now the 2 kits that I like the best, Reaper gets a very, very strong attack, special. Very strong attack as well in its current state. Doesn't look like they're changing too much. The passive on crits heals self and generates energy. That's a good thing for this Kree squad, especially with Ronan giving speed bar and healing whenever they receive energy. So I think you need Reaper in this team. Last one, I'm going to pick Noble. I'm going to leave Cyborg and Oracle out. When I looked at these kits for Oracle, just didn't seem that crazy. Again, we don't have the full stats, we don't have the full wording on this, but Oracle I think is the weakest of the bunch still. And Cyborg, I like Cyborg, but I think could be left out for Noble. And this is damage. You're clearing positive effects, granting energy ability. So that's that dispel. You only got 1 dispel right now with Ronan. I think you're going to need another one. So I think Noble you really need in that kit, in this team. Special, always receiving assist from adjacent ally. So it's not a random ally anymore. So your placement is going to be very important. So I would probably place a Noble on one end. And I'm thinking Reaper has the best damage. So I'd place Reaper right next to him. So it's always Reaper that's getting that assist. Offense up applied if the ally is Kree. You're going to get offense up on this full Kree team. Heal is removed. No heal in there. But now has a chance to remove 2 negative effects from allies. So there's that dispel on your team that was much needed on this Kree team. So that's the team I would pick. And last is this one right here. This is kind of a repeat, but it is the Minn-Erva event coming on February 25th. So, you know, the indications look like this is going to be similar to War Machine, where you're getting that RNG on top of RNG on top of RNG. Right now, I would say I'm very lukewarm about this update. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this update initially. Maybe it will surprise us and be surprisingly very, very good. Maybe it'll be right what we're thinking, or maybe it'll be worse than what we're thinking. Let me know what you think in the comments. Definitely going to do a reaction video once the update is out, if it is in fact out today after this maintenance. So we'll be reacting to that. And I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping that this is a good update. I will see you guys next time. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Really helps us out. Join the notification squad and smash on that like button. Of course, leave a comment down below. Discord, Facebook, Twitter. That's the best ways to reach me on there. Usually more on Discord than Facebook and Twitter, though. So if you really need to reach me, check me out there. And Patreon, BlueStack, those are ways that you could support the channel as well. And I will see you guys next time. I do want to remind you guys to say your prayers, take your vitamins, and do your training, dudes. I'll see you guys next time. ValleyFlyin, out.